Champions, champions. Woo! A little bit of a woo there. Rangers are top of the league, 2 points clear of Celtic. This time last month, I thought the league was over already because Rangers were absolutely dismal at Ibrox against Celtic. But Celtic have drawn since, lost today away to Livingston. Rangers hammered Hamilton 5-0. Another 5-0 victory on the trot, and they are sitting 2 points clear of Celtic. Bring on Tile 55. So last night I went to the cinema. My yearly trip to the cinema last year was to see one of the worst Halloween films ever made, Halloween 2018, not to be confused with the great original. I went to see Joker. 7 out of 10 from me. Also, we'll talk about wrestling again. Couldn't give a flying fuck about the Wednesday night wars. Didn't watch NXT, never want to watch NXT. Didn't watch AEW, may check out at some point in the future, but it wasn't drawing me in. I saw they won the war for the first week, but didn't watch either show. But what did get me to watch wrestling again was hearing about The Rock coming back. And he, of course, put over Becky Lynch. I was like, oh, just stop. Enough. I'm over Becky Lynch. I am over Becky Lynch. I was also over Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins. 3 of the worst drawn champions in wrestling history. I know that will trigger, some wrestling marks out there that just think this is the greatest period of wrestling ever. Some of the SJW marks out there. But to me, this is the 2019 for me is the absolute worst period of wrestling ever, and I've barely watched it. But The Rock drew me back in. I had a nosy to see what he was up to. But then, the moment of the night for me on SmackDown, I only watched 2 clips, mind you, was first off, Brock Lesnar, a new WWE champion. To me, he's the wrestler of the decade. I know that will trigger even more people, but to me, he has been the most believable by far, and he is an underrated performer, and he's my 2010s wrestler of the decade by far. If it weren't for Brock Lesnar coming back in 2012 and having all these moments, ending the streak, destroying John Cena, blah, 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 I would have probably been done with WWE product at the earlier start of the 2010s, because I was not a fan of the John Cena era. And I got turned away by Roman Reigns being shoved down our throats and Seth Rollins being shoved down our throats, Becky Lynch, you get the picture. I'm not a big fan of today's wrestling. I'm rambling on here. Anyways, Brock Lesnar, new WWE champion. I thought that was a great moment. I know some fans are like, oh God, so disrespectful to Kofi Kingston. Whatever. But then, the bigger moment of the night was when Cain Velasquez, the guy that destroyed Brock Lesnar for the UFC heavyweight title, made his wrestling debut. And to me, this is what wrestling needs. Some more legitimacy behind it and believability behind it. And Brock Lesnar, on his face, he really sold like, maybe he was scared for real. He really sold like he was like, oh shit's just gone down. I'm about to get my ass whooped again. So I loved it. I love it. It's making me. I went from a 5% wrestling mark still to, I'd say, a 10%. I'm getting more intrigued. I want to get involved in wrestling again with Cain Velasquez. So I know this has been a ramble of a video. Hope you enjoyed. But we're continuing on the road to 10 years of PMDB videos, Rangers 55th title, and of course, this is all taking place next year, 2020, Trump 2020 landslide. Good day, folks.